Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But the Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam, welcome back. And now we will go over the details of the multi-layer quarantine facility which is being provided by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism at the Adi Kailasa ship. One can see the levels of protection provided right from the time you enter into the sacred space of Adi Kailash at the security gate. It starts with the verification with the government issued photo IDs. The COVID negative report, as Bhagavan had said, getting oneself with the COVID negative report, which can be shown even on the mobile. Besides the COVID negative report, the other basic medical checks so that the Adinam authorities are equipped to handle any special medical conditions, special considerations to take care of, etc. Assigning the point of entry and informing that respective entry-specific point of contact, the person. So there are various layers, various levels of protection, including the in charges for each. So the first level is the entry-specific point of contact who receives you, and then the contact number of the person is also provided for coordinating. And then a COVID negative printout is taken, the ID cards are issued, the consent form for the entry is given to you, and the forms for scanning and the document is then taken forward into the next part of the system. And then that moves on. The entry specific point of contact receives you at the gate, and they do the various mandatory checks for COVID, like the temperature check and the pulse oximeter check, and the contents of the luggage prior to entering the Adinam are sanitized, and the point of contact, the entry specific point of contact, directly escorts them to the layer quarantine facility while maintaining the social distance norm of at least 6 feet. And the various facilities, the various portions of the Adinam are already equipped for the first layer, second layer quarantine. So the person is escorted, depending on the gender, to the respective place, as the Adinam is a sacred monastic temple monastery complex. Hence, all the sanctities associated with the same are maintained. The various quarantine blocks are also demarcated and separated accordingly so that the sanctity of the space is maintained, as well as the requirements, the health requirements are maintained. And then once the entry specific point of contact takes you to your area, the health specific point of contact will then give the various protective gear, and including things like salt and turmeric for doing the salt water gargling, and also provide what we have as the medical forms, so that the medical team reviews one's medical conditions once the person enters. And for every quarantine room, the garbage bags, etc., provided to ensure that the wastage is segregated and protected, and it is not one more cause of any health risk arising from mixing, so-called, of the trash in the quarantine area and the non-quarantine area. And the areas are clearly defined as the areas meant to be for the walking and other purposes, so that the people in quarantine can experience their own space while at the same time not interfering with the spaces outside the quarantine area. A clear segregation of the trash, like wet waste, dry waste, etc., also done, as is the international norm of waste management. And at the entry point itself, requesting the people to take care of oneself through traditional Ayurvedic and naturopathy methods, like steaming using required turmeric and salt, to be done every day. That material is being provided, and asking people to take bath with these protective herbs and providing the requisite bedspreads, linen, etc., and provide the N95 masks, which are the international norm for COVID protection. And as Bhagwan had said, that the Adinams will be providing also internet access, free internet access to one and all. So the Wi-Fi password will be provided, and the medical team continuously kept updated and abreast of the condition of every single person, so that the requisite protective and preventive mechanisms can be ensured in place. The health updates are daily, and the medicines are kept ready, both kind of medicines, which is allopathy type medicines, as well as the naturopathy and the Ayurvedic and Siddha herbs. So one is the medicines in case of any symptoms, and besides that, even in the case of no symptoms, for one and all, really taking care to ensure that everyone's immunity is boosted in the form of immunity boosters as natural herbs, Ayurvedic supplements, and the Siddha and naturopathy supplements and boosters required, given to one and all. Many of them actually grown in the sacred soil of Adi Kailash, the Siddha medicines, the naturopathy medicines, so that not only one gets the medical benefits of the same, but also because of the energy field of Adi Kailasa, one's immunity is improved and boosted several times more than what would otherwise be. 3 times daily food, healthy, nutritious sattvic food, and the dry and wet waste bin locations provided, and taking care that down to the last detail, there is no health hazard in the form of sharing of materials of any type, so that ensuring people have their own personal items which are not shared, and their personal spaces with sufficient social distancing maintained inside itself. Even the food packets completely independent with disposable containers, so that there is maximum protection provided for one and all. And while sanitizing, taking care, the point of contacts are ensuring that the gloves are hands are protected in the form of gloves, face masks maintained, social distancing maintained of at least 6 feet, and hygiene maintained within the quarantine areas, sanitizing the commonly touched areas, the common hallways, the hall railings, etc.
So before we get into the medical preparedness in Adi Kailasa, we have Naveen from Tirunelveli, who's going to come and share his experiences in the show today. So, yes. So before we get into the next segment, we're going to discuss about the medical preparedness that we are following in Adi Kailasa. We have Naveen from Tamil Nadu, who's going to come and share his experiences of a stay in Adi Kailasa. So Nithyanandam, Naveenaya.
Nithyanandamma,
So sorry, you're not audible.
Nithyananda Ma, can you hear me?
Yes.
Ma Nithyanandam, can you hear me?
Yes, Nithyananda Maya, we are able to hear you.
Okay.
So, yes, would you like to share where you are from and how long you've been following Swamiji?
Yeah, I am from Tirunelveli, from southern part of Tamil Nadu. Actually, I am connected to Swami more than 1.5 years. I started from Paramashivoham level 2 in Madurai Adinam. I attended there. And long time I was thinking to come to Bididi, and Swamiji made it happen now.
Fantastic, yeah. So before we talk about the stay in Vididi and your experiences in Vididi, I just would like to hear from you. What is the situation in Tirunelveli today? How are people responding to COVID in Tirunelveli?
Yeah, people are dying daily. And
Okay.
now the current situation is they are planning for vaccination.
Mm-hmm.
Even my home, my mother, father, and all, they are preparing for vaccination because people are in the fear situation now. So as everybody is doing, they have no other option. They will be directly vaccinated, and whatever the side effect or after effects, they will face directly. They have no other option now. Yeah.
Like you're rightly saying, Aya, because now people who are getting vaccinated, they are more prone to the secondary infections like white fungus, black fungus. That is much more deadlier than compared to COVID itself, like because it has 70% mortality rate. So, what about the situation in hospitals and other medical facilities? Are people getting it, or how are they coping up with that in Tirunelveli?
No, this is very difficult because hospital bed everything is full, and the government hospital and all very worse. People are not taking care. Simply they come there and they are nobody to take care. So in that situation, better to be in the home. So nobody to take care of them. Like this situation is very worse. Everything is full, and how will they attend? Too much people and very crowded. Actually, not safe and hygienic hospital and all.
Yes. So the sad situation where people feel that hospitals are not safe anymore and it's better to be in home, and whatever medical facilities that we can avail from home, people prefer home compared to hospitals. Is that what you're saying, Aya?
Yes, my asthma. That is absolutely what I'm saying.
Yes. So, Aya, so given this as a situation, what made you and your family to come here to Adi Kailasa?
Yeah, actually, before itself, I have planned to come to Bidadi, and the quarantine situation and the corona itself made everything ready for me to come here. Initially, I was thinking with family, and I talked to my family, and slowly they also accepted. And with Swamiji's grace, I moved my family safely here.
Great, great, Aya.
And
So, would you like to share your experiences of your stay in Adi Kailasa?
yeah, stay is very good. The food is very good, and we are 14 members here now, and the stay, everything, bathroom facilities, everything is very nice, and whatever things.
Yes. So, would you
We
like
are,
to share
yeah.
about all the spiritual routine and other things that you've been following in Adi Kailasa? What are the changes that you're seeing spiritually within yourself?
Yeah, because we are open, we are getting up early morning. We are doing yoga, puja, and we are aligning. So it is very nice, make us healthy and active and alive. And we are doing some other volunteering activities, and
Great,
the environment is very good. Yeah.
great. So, would you like to share anything else with the viewers?
Yeah, with the viewers, I say those who have maybe somebody in double mind whether to come or not come. For them, I will recommend to come directly with their family or who are members who are willing to obey them. They can take their members and come safely. Then we have a good environment in Adi Kailas because Swamiji's blessing will be directly there. It will take care. Better than home, it is here.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing with the viewers today. Thank you for coming to the show. Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandama, thank you.
Yes. Yes. So before we move to the next segment, let's have a short break.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifesting. The cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is fasting. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifesting. The cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is fasting. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is processing. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is processing. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But the Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Yes, so far we have seen in today's segment the catastrophic events that's happening in India because of post-COVID infections that people are suffering, and the medical infrastructure that is at a pathetic state in India, and what are the efforts that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has been doing to ensure that people are protected, especially when he has opened his home to everybody to come and reside and practice their spiritual lifestyle, and they can work from home with enough internet facilities and do yoga and feel protected in the multi-quarantine facilities in all the Kailasas that are established in India by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And we had people coming from Adi Kailash COVID care centers who came and shared their experiences of being in the Kailasas of Swamiji and how they are well taken care and feel protected. So we invite every single person, whoever is feeling unsafe to live outside, whoever is feeling that they don't know what's going to happen if they are affected by COVID or any of the secondary infections. Will your medical facility be taken care of, or any other issues, or if you're feeling unsafe outside, we have our homes of Kailasa. Swamiji has opened his home Kailasas to every single person, whoever is feeling unsafe to live outside. So join us, and you can sign up in the form that is projected, which is Kailasa Care. Join Paramashivoham or join Kailasa Care. There are two links. You can, if you want to volunteer, you can sign up and join Paramashivoham, or if you want to be in the COVID care protection centers and ensure that you are feeling safe, then you can join COVID care. Tiny URL /COVID care. So Mahachala Swami, do you have anything to share with the viewers today?
Yes. As we were just listening to people since the last few days, one can see that the situation, one is stark contrast between the situation outside in the so-called outer world and what's happening throughout the world, especially in India. Precisely as Devi Parashakti revealed in the Akashic readings, where she's been blessing and gracing the world with enough forewarning about the impending future, as well as the solution for that being the Adi Kailasa ship, and exhorting literally one and all, please come, save your life. Till the end of this year, just saving one's life is a huge blessing, literally like a jackpot, that if one is able to remain alive till the end of this year, then one is ready for the next leap into super consciousness, just like Bhagwan had told few years back, just be alive for the next 3 years. The next cosmic injunction is be alive to the end of this year. And for that, it is really not possible to do so by remaining in the outer world, because as Devi revealed, the Naraka, as described in the Garuda Purana, the Kirimi Bhojanam has already landed on India. And as Devi revealed, just the tip of the iceberg, so to speak, where she told about dead bodies, layers of dead bodies floating in the Ganga, and the situation, the economical situation and the social situation being so shockingly desperate that dogs will be eating those dead bodies, and poor people, the socially and economically challenged citizens of India, for lack of resources, lack of money, lack of employment, would be pushed to such low levels of poverty, practically unprecedented levels, practically to the levels that would have existed in the British times, where the Bengal famine affected the masses. The same, probably a deja vu, or in worse conditions, because this time it's not only going to be touching the economically challenged people, but also people at large, because the whole cycle will touch everyone. Before, it was just lack of food, yes, artificially created scarcity, but at that time, the so-called affluent sections of society could at least protect themselves, insensitive though it may be. But this time, because it is a bio-weapon, a bio-war, the deadly coronavirus is, and its variants being spread, being the rate at which the mutations are happening, where the doctors are not even able to decipher the genetic code or the strains of the virus, leave alone the ingredients required to create the vaccine for the same. And on top of it, the vaccines itself creating side effects, and known and on a widespread way to reduce the immunity levels of the people, and the medications for the COVID debilitating the immune system to such low levels that even if the person tides over with God's grace the deadly COVID attack, next the person is prone to all kinds of infections, which otherwise the body would have countered without even us noticing it. The black fungus, the white fungus, the yellow fungus, all these naturally occurring funguses with which humanity has coexisted for so many years. But today, every single living form, be it a plant species or an animal species, coming across as a threat to humanity because of the extremely debilitated levels of the immunity system of human beings, being inflicted, being caused by various things, be it the after effects of the steroids taken to counter the COVID or the vaccines for the COVID. It is like almost like jumping from the frying pan to the fire, or being tossed around from one life threat to the other. And exactly like Devi said, she revealed that the only solution, without exaggeration and probably an understatement, is a rush to Adi Kailasa. So we exhort every one of you viewers to take action on this cosmic injunction by Devi. As we shared over here, there are 2 links available. You're welcome to the Adi Kailasa ship, either to avail of the benefit of the COVID care center, which is the blessing of Bhagavan, of Devi Parashakti, where you're literally protected in the lap of Paramashiva because of the energy field of Adi Kailasa, and supported by whatever can be provided in the material world in the form of medical care, multi-layer quarantine facilities, nutritious sattvic food, immunity boosting through natural supplements, and a powerful spiritual lifestyle comprising of yoga, puja, and spiritual solutions provided in the form of powerful life solutions and powerful truths revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The whole thing being comprising the lifestyle that one would be living over here, and needless to say, a beautiful spiritual community in the enlightenment spiritual ecosystem which has been created by Bhagwan, and the Adi Kailasa ship itself, which is home to the powerful 21 feet Nithyananda Linga in the Vaidya Sarovar, which is going to be literally the lighthouse and the savior, the saving grace, and the only possibility for saving one's life after Guru Purnima, when the doors open of Adi Kailasa to the public, one and all, not only for preventive care, but also for curing from corona, and to be the literally the guaranteed promise for prevention of death, which today is happening literally, as Devi said, the deaths of human beings are happening like rats or worms. That is in numbers, even though the government may like to present otherwise. The statistics reported in worldwide media, as well as one could see in today's segment, eyewitnesses and people sharing at large one common thread, that there is no value for human life left anymore, be it out of circumstance or out of insensitivity. Yet, in whichever way one looks at it, lives being lost, literally thousands dying per day, and the numbers just staggering. There is no dip in the graph of the human casualties and the targeted human deaths that are happening, either due to the coronavirus or its after effects, or because of the lack of infrastructure or lack of organization. Whatever may be the cause, the impact is very evident. The effects are extremely stark. So that is where we are today. And so this is where the world is. This is where humanity is. And we'd like to reiterate what Devi has ordered, what Bhagavan has exhorted each one of us. Take the benefit of the Adi Kailasa ship. Register yourself at the links provided, either the Kailasa Care or the Join Paramashiva Sena. With this, we would like to move on to the next segment of today's program. Stay tuned, and we'll be back right after a short break.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattamasyadi Lakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavaditam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream,